Okay now? Sounding good now, Dan? Should be quite. Should be okay. Sound coming through now? Yeah, okay. Yeah. I thought it automatically unmuted when you went live, but for some reason tonight it didn't. Okay, Ben. Nice one, man. Yeah, yeah. Working out where the camera is on a fucking computer and then trying to adjust the plate to where the camera is. So there we go. There we go. So that is a Crosta and Mollica supermarket pizza. Crosta and Mollica is like high end shit. What's up, Ian? Yeah, Crosta Mollica is like high end. They do like sort of. They've got like restaurants in the UK. I think Ian, you're a fucking London lad, aren't you? So you'll probably be aware of them. But they do supermarket pizzas as well, and they're good shit. Like I can't lie. Oh, so yeah, you have to apologise. Well, I should probably talk away from the fucking microphone, but anyway, just thought I'd do it like a late night stream. Because yeah, off tomorrow, don't really get many. Doesn't really fall where like I get a late night where I'm off the next day and I've got access to a computer because this is not my room. This is my son's room. He's usually here or he's in work. But if he's in work, then I'm in early the next day. He's gone on holiday / vacation for American audience. And I'm off tomorrow, so for late night stream, all good. And I miss these fucking late night streams, man. I used to do these all the time back in the day during COVID. I used to love doing a late night stream, and I've not done one for probably not since uh, beginning of 2024, maybe. I just thought, yeah, I got to do it. Let's just have a little look what's going on in the chat. We've got plenty, 10 people watching. That's good. If you're watching and you're not commented, just put a comment in so I can acknowledge. We got Dan, obviously. Dan's in the chat. He's on a diet, so no McDonald's for him. Okay. Sorry, maybe I should stop eating pizza in front of you, Dan. If you're on a diet, I shouldn't be doing that. I do apologize. Yeah, no breakfast pizza. The breakfast pizza at the mall, the deli is legendary. Yeah, it is a nice supermarket pizza. Yeah. God, I'm so paranoid about the noise I'm making eating this pizza. Well, it's got to be done. How are the ladies in Spain? Well, unfortunately, Dan, I did go with a partner, so a female partner. So all I could do was like look at a distance, But something that probably you don't get in the States. I just can't imagine in the States that women just get topless on the beach, whereas in Spain it's just the norm. Like in Europe, women just get topless on the beach. They're not ashamed of it. The problem with like when you do go to the beach abroad, well, when you go to the beach anywhere, it's like 99% of the women who decide to, get everything out on the beach. 99% of the women haven't got the bodies that you really want to see. 99% naked, if you get what I'm saying. So it's kind of like a bit, oh God, I don't really need to see that woman's, tits out. I don't need to see that woman's belly. It's just like, the best looking women tend to stay covered up, which is a bit annoying. Some people love as parties. Oh yeah. That's turning some woman on right now. Yeah, it's not. I would just say it's not the norm. I mean, there are like beaches, especially in like, I think in Brazil, it's a big thing. Totally new beaches. But obviously, if in mainland Europe, women getting topless is the norm. Obviously, they don't like take everything off. That would be like they'd probably get arrested for that. But I mean, you know, hey, what's up, Swaggy? Um, but yeah, topless women in Spain, Italy. It's pretty much yeah, typical. Yeah, Brazil's definitely Brazil. Yeah, that's Brazil. Anything goes in Brazil. Um, so anyway, I think I've caught up with the chat. I think. Pugwell. Oh yeah, you're in bed. Sorry. Yeah, catch up tomorrow, Pugwell. Matt. Um, so I think I just thought got a few. Yeah, you know, I thought, what am I going to do? If I'm going to go live, what am I going to talk about? And so I was thinking, I can't just like, you know, play off the chat all night because like if nobody turns up, what am I going to talk about? So I thought, you know, I've got to come with some fucking talking points. So I thought, you know, a few recent watches which I've watched, and everybody jump in. You know, if you've, I think everybody in the chat's seen these movies, and I'm just going to give my like sort of like opinion on a few of them. But you know, some of these movies that I've watched recently, I think I've kind of got like a really sort of, I think like maybe got like an over, um, maybe highly reviewed, overly reviewed, no, high rating than what they should have got. Because I did watch Drop the other day, and Drop has got like Drop's been getting sort of really solid reviews now. I liked it. Don't get me wrong, I thought it was a decent movie, but I don't think it quite deserved the sort of love it was getting. To be fair, I mean, it kind of felt a bit like a how would I say? I think a movie like Phone Booth, Drop felt like Phone Booth, but nowhere near the same level as Phone Booth. You know, putting somebody in a situation where obviously this is obviously 20 years later, it's a far different scenario. Colin Farrell's in a phone booth, guy with a sniper rifle. None of this, you know, modern day technology, but you know, it felt very similar to Drop Phone Booth did, putting people in a scenario and forcing them to like act out scenarios and you know do certain things. This is no this movie was decent, but this is no Phone Booth. Phone Booth was far superior. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it. It just felt a bit, I don't know, a bit contrived. I suppose with any modern thriller with social media and technology, it all just feels a little bit. I don't know. I what can I say? Um, I don't even know how to describe like why what it was I didn't like about it. It just I don't know. I mean, 'cause the thing about like Drop the movie is like I haven't got an iPhone. Oh, is this whole Drop thing? Is this iPhone specific, or is this something that is across multiple? You know, like 'cause I've got a Google phone, so it's it's Android, Play Store and shit like that. It's like, is this just specific to Apple? Um, Is it, Ben? Is it just iPhone? Because like I didn't even know what iDrop what drops were. So I was kind of like a bit lost when he was explaining the rules of like what happens when somebody sends you a drop. You've got to be within 50 meters or 50 feet. And I was thinking, is this like a real thing? Is this like something they've just made up? Or is this actually legitimately like a actual thing? Because I wasn't sure. Um Yeah, yeah, exactly. So if you've never heard the drops, then you're kind of like out the loop. But I mean, yeah, it was okay. It just felt to me like it was just I've seen it done before and better, and that kind of takes me to the Monkey, which with Theo James, which is another like modern, one of the more modern, well, uh, 2025 horror movies. The Monkey, I went into this expecting I'd heard great things. Well, not great things. I'd heard a lot of good things about the Monkey, um, and I was kind of disappointed. It just felt so how to explain it. It just felt so. For starters, Phil James is badly miscast as the lead. Badly miscast. I'm sorry, Theo James is just like, why is he the lead in this film? If you're gonna put Theo James as the lead, you've got to change the character completely. Um, one of my before I get into that, my main issue with the monkey was it was kind of like Final Destination light in that, like, I felt it was just it kind of felt very Final Destination, but with less interesting kills, less interesting characters, and yeah, getting into Theo James, Theo James looks like he's walked off a fucking cat, walked off a runway for like a male model. You know, the guy, he's a good looking guy. You know, let's not beat around the bush. Theo James looks like James Bond. I've said that Theo James should be the next James Bond. The idea that Theo James is some loser dad who works at a convenience store is fucking ridiculous. Like, this guy works at a convenience store and is some deadbeat dad. That is just fucking stupid. And the fact that he's like so like, you know, he's the whole thing did not work with Theo James because I cannot associate Theo James with the character in this film. They should have just gone for a far more nerdish character, and everything else that goes with the film. It just did not work for me. I don't know. I mean, 5 Final Destination films are better than this. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I just did not work, and this film got a lot of love as well. But for me, no, no, sorry. I mean, I'm not saying it's not a good film. Look, that's just my opinions are like arseholes. Everyone's got one. Um, but for me, it just didn't work for me. No, I did not like it. Um, I'm going to go off on a bit of a random tangent now, but a couple of random found footage movies. I've been doing a bit of a Tubi deep dive, and there's some good shit on Tubi. And I know we in the UK don't get a lot of the stuff that you get in the US, but we get enough good stuff. But I mean, I did watch really, really bad. It was like it's passed as an American slasher movie called Blood Tracks. It's passed off as like it's American because everybody's got an American accent, but apparently it's filmed in Sweden with a British cast. So that's a bit of a mindfuck. So an American movie. So hang on, let me get this right. A British movie filmed in Sweden with American dubbed actors. So British actors dubbed into American because they couldn't understand I don't know. It's an insane movie. It's a fucking terrible movie. I mean, Dan, yeah, Dan's seen it. I knew Dan would have seen it. It's not a good film, but it's a lot of TNA. There's a lot of bad acting. Well, there is bad acting because it's American dubbed over a British or Swedish accent, so it just comes across as so dead. The characters are just so dead because of the dubbed accents, but it's not good. It's not good. I don't want to. I can't hate it because it's kind of like funny. Um, a great found footage movie. I mean, a fucking great found footage movie called Butterfly Kisses. Movie I didn't know anything about. I saw it pop up on like a random website, you know, and just said, "I'll watch this," and I was like, and it was on Tubi. I think it was on Tubi or Foursome or Plex, one of them. But great fucking movie, Butterfly Kisses. If you've not seen Butterfly Kisses, man, found footage movies are kind of like 50-50 for me. That either there's not really a middle ground. I tend to hate them or tend to love them. So hate them as in a movie I'll get onto in a minute, but I really liked Butterfly Kisses. Really well done. It takes one of those like urban legends, small town urban legends, and takes that and runs with it. Really well done. Really well done. So I don't really want to go into spoilers because it's one of those movies. It's worth watching, and without knowing too much about it. Another great found footage movie as well is Frogman. Oh my god, I went into that thinking that was going to be terrible, and that was really really enjoyable. And I know a few guys have mentioned it on the Discord and then Twitter, but I thought that would be fucking horrendous, and it was really fun. I mean, really, really fun. I'd like, yeah, Frogman's got a sequel. Yeah, I thought I went into that thinking that was going to be fucking shocking, shockingly bad, and yeah, there's something about that movie. I don't even know what it with when it comes to found footage. I don't even know what it is that like. Find it hard to articulate what it is I like about found footage and what I don't like. Like, so I've mentioned Frogman, I've mentioned Butterfly Kisses. I'll mention a found footage movie I hated, which was I've got to double check on my what was it called? Hashtag missing couple. Okay, hashtag missing couple is an example of a found footage movie I hated. I really, really hated that movie. But I really find it hard to like put into words what it is about a found footage movie I don't like and what I do like. It's just something I don't know. I can't. I'm not intelligent enough to like articulate why I hate hashtag missing couple and why I really like Frogman and why I love Butterfly Kisses. I find it easier with something more, with more of a typical like movie, certainly a horror movie. But um, yeah, Ben, it's fucking bad, man. It's really fucking bad. I mean, this is the one of those movies that kind of like I think I don't know why. See, I kind of feel like this movie got a bit of a push on social media because I didn't know anything about this film, and I was kind of drawn to it because I'd seen a few things online. Um, but I was so disappointed in it. And yeah, Frogman, which I'd heard was kind of like really, really corny and cheesy, and I was expecting the worst, and went into that expecting the worst, and I really, really liked it. Um, but yeah, Frogman really enjoyed. Butterfly Kisses is if you've not seen it, definitely check that out. The main couple was annoying, and I would never watch that type. But yeah, yeah, I get it. I've seen Horror in the High Desert 1 and 2. I really like them. I've not seen 3 yet. I'm just waiting for 3 to drop on like one of the free streaming services because I think 1 and 2 are on Plex. I don't think it'll be long before 3 is on a free streaming service because those movies aren't. Um, they're only small budget but I really like the first two. There's some really good imagery. It's Hot in the High Desert is one of those movies where, or even the first two, it's probably one of the most like if you weren't aware that it was a found footage movie, you just went in blind. It's one of those movies where you would genuinely think this is just like a TV, you know, documentary because it does really come across like that. Probably more than anything I've ever seen. And there is some really like quite chilling, like um, what's the word I'm looking for? Photography in that. Not photography is not the right word, but there's certain scenes in that in Horror in the High Desert which are really really chilling. Even if the film on the whole is not particularly scary, but I really like the first two, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the third one. Well, when I see it. Hate Crime is a great found footage movie. Yeah, I've heard of Hate Crime, Dan. I probably have to work myself up to that one. No. Hate Crime, yeah, Hate Crime's quite notorious. Um, Dateline type show, yeah. Um, if you like cryptids, you should definitely read Hunter Shay. Creatures of Fantastic Read. I'll make a note of that. Another fucking hell, and movie I really fucking hated. Not hated, but like when you go into a movie and you're thinking you're really going to look forward to it and you're really going to enjoy it. Afraid with John Cho, the AI haunted house movie that came out last year. That movie was fucking dog shit, man. That I was really looking forward to that. I thought, I know it's a bit like the thing now, like AI goes wild. It's basically just a respin of the Terminator story, like it's like Skynet taking over. But yeah, it was fucking terrible. Like, and that kind of got like I'm not saying it certainly didn't get like a massive push, but I was kind of aware of that film before it came out. So I was aware, I knew that it was dropping, and I was like looking forward to it, and it was terrible. And yet there was a movie that came out like a year before or a couple of years before called Margot, which is basically the same movie. AI house turns evil, which was fucking way better. And like nobody fucking talks about that film. I don't remember anybody. I don't remember it getting any mentions. I came across that film purely by accident. And Margot was fucking great, man. I fucking love that film. It's fucking stupid. It's dumb AI evil house movie. But God, I liked it. I really liked it. It was way better than fucking Afraid. What we got next? Oh yeah, Heart Eyes. Oh my God, I know a lot of people like Heart Eyes. I hated it. I really fucking hated Heart Eyes. I'm sorry. It just didn't do it for me. I know. I mean, I'm not like Valentine's Day movies. We haven't got many Valentine's Day slashes, so we have to kind of take what we've got. We've got Valentine, we've got My Bloody Valentine. We've probably got a few obscure ones from the 80s, but yeah, I was like, listen, Ian, you're not with some of the films I've mentioned today, you're not missing much, mate. I would definitely recommend a couple of them, but there's a couple I certainly wouldn't. The motivation for the rampage is pretty Heart Eyes. The problem with Heart Eyes, Dan, like I've not got a problem with well, I've got a problem with quite a bit of it. My main issue with Heart Eyes is I find it hard to get invested in the fear factor when you set a movie in like downtown. It's like downtown Seattle, right? So it's like setting you're filming it. It's a bit like Scream 6. You're placing your protagonists in an area where there are thousands, if not millions, of people. And I just find that so off-putting for a slasher. Like I find it, and it's a bit. It takes me out of like the sort of reality zone of like sort of. Well, couldn't they just like literally just jump an Uber and just get away from the killer? Because like this is like you can literally see skyscrapers in the background, and that's my issue with Heart Eyes. That's one of my issues with Heart Eyes. It's not my only issue, but it's one of them. I mean, that's why I love slasher movies set in suburbia or camp slashers or colleges, universities. Obviously, and as well as the fact that Heart Eyes is set in 2024, 2025. So everybody's got a smartphone. So that's another issue with it. If it wasn't already an issue, the fact that it's set in modern day makes it more of an issue because everybody's got a smartphone. Are you seeing Clown on the Cornfield this week? I don't think it drops. I'm not sure. I don't know if it drops in the UK at the same time as it does in the US. I do want to see it. I've read the book. I love the book as well. I've not read the sequel, but it's had good reviews, so I'm definitely going to check it out. I've also got to check out Final Destination Bloodlines, which, considering I've not been in the cinema for about 6 months, and there's going to be 2 films dropping in the next like month, which I want to see, is quite unusual because like there's been nothing on cinema recently. Yeah, one more movie to mention because there's a lot of kind of like bypassed and a lot of watched them, which is not worth mentioning. I tried to mention like what I didn't like and what I really liked, and the stuff that was kind of okay, I've kind of ignored. But Daddy's Head from 2024, really enjoyed that. Went into that movie not knowing anything about that film, and it's weird because it kind of played out how I kind of imagined it would, despite there just being a title. I kind of like the sort of like antagonist of the film. It kind of was what I kind of imagined it was going to be. But small budget, you know, keeps it, to a very small cast of like like handful of people, 4 or 5 people. Really, really well done. Really well done. Genuinely sort of creepy. I don't even want to say bad guy, just without spoilers. Really, really enjoyed it. Yeah, if you've not watched Daddy's Head, then definitely give it a watch. Um, I've watched Disguise tomorrow and Clown Thursday. I don't know what Disguise is. Um, Seen Clown before Wake Tomorrow. Oh, what's up, Christian? Yeah, yeah. Mate. I'm fucking stupid. I don't understand how fucking. I'm not. I don't understand fucking live streams. Yeah. So I'll sort it out for the next stream. I'm not really clever. um, but thanks for that, mate. Um, okay, going off. Okay, like if I know not everybody is a big fan of video games, maybe everybody is in the stream. I don't know. GTA 6 trailer dropped today. Um, okay, so Alien just moved from Sweden. Uh, um, yeah, if you're not a big fan of video games, which I used to be a fan of video games back in the day. Now, but GTA 6 trailer dropped today. Now, I'm not even a fan of GTA anymore, but I thought it was worth mentioning because it's such a cultural icon of like the 21st century. I thought I'd actually mention it because I used to adore the GTA games back in the day. Like I bought GTA 1 on the PlayStation 1, loved it, played it to death. GTA 2, no, because I don't even remember much about GTA 2. Yeah, cheers. Cheers, Christian. Mysterious thumbnail. Thank you, Tom. Well, hopefully you'll stay around. Um, hopefully you like GTA 6 as well, because we're talking about GTA. Yeah, GTA 6 dropped, the trailer dropped, and okay, they've put the fucking game back a year. So they've tried to appease everybody by putting the trailer out. The trailer's fucking. I just think it's a bit shit. Like, okay, I've not played the GTA game since San Andreas. GTA 4 just lost me. I couldn't control the character. Maybe I'm a boomer. I struggled with it. GTA 5, even though I didn't play GTA 5, my son, who was at the time about 12, he loved it. And I used to watch him play it. And the trailers for GTA 5, man, the trailers for GTA 5 were legendary. I mean, this is coming from someone who didn't even play the game. I got fucking pumped for that game, by the trailers for GTA 5. The music was on point. The way they told it, the way the trailers were made was on point. This fucking GTA 6, man, it's like shit music, shit trailers, and like my god, I mean, okay, 30 million views in 8 hours. People are hyped, definitely, but I don't know. I just like I'm looking at the trailer. I'm thinking, what the fuck, man? This is just not looking like anything like what I was expecting. I mean, also a thing I've got to mention about video games, man, is if you look at the jump from like, look at the trailer for San Andreas in 2004, and then look at a trailer for GTA 5 in 2013, or even 2011 when the first trailer dropped. A difference of like 7, 8 years. There's a massive jump. If you look at the jump from 2013 or 2012, 2011 to 2025, it's not a big jump. The graphics, the scaling up of graphics is slowing down at a massive rate. It really has dropped off. I mean, obviously there is a limit, but if you look at the GTA 5 trailer, it's like don't get me wrong, the graphics are impressive, but there's still that dead-eye look from the main characters, and this is not even in the game. This is a trailer, so this is not what you're seeing like when you're playing it. But look at the characters, look at the dead look in their eyes. It's just dead. There's nothing there. There's nothing. It's like they cannot do faces. They just can't do eyes. They just can't do it. It's like it's beyond them. Even with all the technology they've got, it kind of takes you out of the game a little bit. But I'm sure the game will be a massive success, and I'll be proven to be an idiot. But I'll call it now. GTA 6 will not do the numbers that GTA 5 did, because we've moved on a further 10 years. 10 years more of people just being sidetracked and swayed by other shit. People are more sidetracked and swayed by like other random stuff with 10 years on down the technology line. And I just don't think a lot of people have got the time to put in like 300 hours into video games anymore. I mean, I should have the time to put in 300 hours into a video game. My son's grown up. I've got my own place. He still lives here. Like that. This is his computer. I wish this was my computer. But my point is, I don't feel like I couldn't even be bothered putting in 300 hours into a video game. If once you've done work and you've watched fucking YouTube and you watch your streams, watch Monday Night Raw for 3 fucking hours. That's just me. But it's like it's hard to like find time to then put a fucking shift in playing a video game. I just can't be bothered. Too late. I can't be bothered. Okay, so GTA 6 covered. Okay, let's talk about the Friday the 13th TV show. I've not followed this much. So, I don't know a lot about the Friday the 13th show. So I'm hoping, like, Dan, you could probably fill me in a little bit. All I know is Linda Cardellini from Scooby-Doo is playing Mrs. Voorhees. Okay, now I'm down with that. I'm down with Linda Cardellini. Linda Cardellini is one of my fucking crushes from back in the day. She is fucking hot as fuck. Don't get me wrong. But she's 49 now as well. And I know that. I did do a bit of research. So she's 49. So she's a year older than me, for fuck's sake. But is she like a bit too hot to be playing Mrs. Voorhees? Like, Mrs. Voorhees for me, Pamela Voorhees is kind of like a sort of. She's almost like just like a religious character. She should be like the sort of woman who's very, very sort of like righteous and very prim and proper. And I don't know, like Linda Cardellini, she's just gonna like turn up as like some sort of hoe, and just like I don't know, I don't really. She probably won't like, but I just don't know whether I can buy her as Pamela Voorhees. I want Pamela Voorhees to be someone who I don't think is hot as fuck. And I just know she's going to turn up and I'm going to think, oh, fucking hell, yeah. I'd definitely bang you. Also, I don't know where they're going with have they given any information? Okay, that's it. I'll just jump back into the chat. I'm trying to get more into games, but I had to think, yeah, it is difficult, Ben. And like that's to say, like that's even like as adults with with adults who haven't got kids. Like I haven't even got a kid to worry about now. He's 21, and even I haven't got time to dedicate that much time to a game. I just kind of feel it's like 16-year-olds who've left school who aren't doing anything. Yeah, I just want a 20-minute break off, dip into a simple game. I have enough problems in real. Yeah, I get you. It sounds like it will be Ms. Voorhees getting banged by a bunch of camp counselors. Okay. Yeah, I don't. What like where are they going with because it's obviously going to go with the angle of a prequel. Prequel to the original movie, which leaves you with a gap of 19. So hang on a minute. When was Jason? When did Jason drown? What year? Was it? Was it 60? 62? I can't remember. I get my timeline with Michael Myers and Jason mixed up. So Jason, when did Jason drown? What year? I'm looking at Dan now because I know Dan will know. I'm trying to remember. It's sometime in the early 60s, right? It's got to be. If Jason was in 1980 was about 21, so mid-60s? 50. Okay, so he drowned in 58. Okay, so he was yeah, so he's oh, cheers, swag. So Jason's really old then, isn't he? Does that even make so how old is Pamela Voorhees then? If Jason hang on a minute, I'm confused now. So Jason drowned yeah, of course he drowned. So he drowned in 58. Pamela so he drowned in 58. So he was born in was Jason 10 when he drowned? Was he born in like 48, 47? Yeah, he certainly is. 57, I think. So how old was Jason when he drowned? Was he 10? I should know this really. Because I'm just trying to think where they're gonna go with a prequel. Because are they gonna do a prequel? Like I kind of want them the prequel to be set during like the 60s or the 70s or the 50s, but at the same time, I'm thinking if they do a prequel like modern day and they do it kind of like 2000s and then they come back with a show set modern day in the 2020s. Um, I don't know. I really don't know. But it's yeah, it's interesting. Which whatever way they do it, it's gonna be a problem because I honestly don't know how they're gonna like. We don't really know, do we? Like what happened to Jason between 58 and 80? Is there any like? Am I being really stupid here, guys? But is there any sort of like canon that says that Jason didn't die? And he did. I mean, like I don't know. It's like because he drowns, he comes back to life, or he doesn't drown and he wanders, you know, Camp Crystal Lake for 20 years. Is there any sort of canon that like gives any sort of, sort of like even if it was canon, I wouldn't. At the end of the day, you've got to go back to the original movie and just you've got to like, use your own opinion of it. But I mean, really, like, is Salva or um fucking Dean Cunningham ever said anything about like what happens between 58 or 57 and 80? Because I don't honestly don't know. I'm guessing not. I'm kind of waiting on Dan now, see if he's got an answer, but maybe no, but I don't think anybody knows, do they? Um, I lost at least track just like the hook. Yes, they say the fact that I'm asking that question that like kind of proves that fact. That like because nobody really knows anymore about what the fuck's going on with Friday the 13th. Anyway, moving on from Friday the 13th. Let's talk about I Know What You Did Last Summer. Okay, so sequel drops this summer, suitably enough. And it is a direct sequel. I'm guessing. Now, look again. I've not seen the trailer. I'm trying to keep away from too much to do with this franchise. Is I can imagine them doing a Stranger Things style story about a spooky little boy with powers. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, TV destroyed. Fucking hell, man. TV destroyed Chucky. Dan, I fucking really liked the first season of Chucky. I thought it was great, and the second season was fucking horrendous. I don't know what happened. I mean, I had issues. I had some issues with the first season of Chucky, but it was I quite liked it. But second season, man, oh my god. Um, I know the years in his backstory don't make any sense. Yeah, I don't think anything makes any sense. Um, yeah, I know we did last summer. I've not watched the trailer, so it does follow the first two movies. Thanks, Dan. It doesn't follow the third movie, which I've never seen. I don't know. Has anybody ever seen the third movie? I don't know. Um, Obviously Freddie Prinze Jr. is back, and fucking My God, her name escapes me. Big tits. What's her name? Oh God, I forgot. What's the name of the other girl? The one who's like, I think is hotter than Sarah Michelle Gellar. Oh my God, what's her name? Jennifer Love Hewitt. Thank you, Ian. So I got a brief backstory on. So basically, they're going to come in as legacy characters and explain to the new characters what happened 30 years, 25 years previously, because something happens to a group of characters, and then they have to go and find old characters to explain why this is happening to them. That's what the gist of it that I get. I mean, I'm down for it. I mean, I love the first film. The second film, I can take or leave. Third film, I've never seen. I always wonder, like with the second movie, with the first movie, if that movie did a ton of money at the box office. I've been looking into some of the box office takings for some of these old school. I say old school, like I'm talking about like late 90s, early 2000s franchises. The fucking money they were doing, man, it's fucking insane. Like serious fucking money. Like this movie did shitloads of money, and yet did less money than Scream. That was going to be my original question. It was like, if this movie had dropped in '96 and Scream had never been released, would this movie have been the movie that triggered the sort of new wave of slasher movies? I don't know, but this movie certainly benefited from Scream dropping the year previous. If you look at the box office for like Scream, I know we did last summer, Saw, Final Destination, Paranormal Activity, man. That you look at the box office of that franchise, it's fucking insane. That franchise must have made $1 billion in profit. In profit, seriously, like 6, 7 movies. They all do. They cost what 5, 6, $7 million to make, and they make like 100 million plus every time. The Final Destination franchise ended making like it wasn't like even on a decline. I don't even understand like why they stopped making those films, because if you look at it, they were making them they were making those movies for like 10, $11 million, and they were getting $100 million, 110, $120 million back every time. I don't even understand like why would you even stop making these films? It's fucking insane. And yet you've got these fucking knobheads of fucking Marvel, Disney. Okay, they're making a slight profit but they are spending hundreds of millions of dollars and getting, you know, bare minimum returns whilst paying the stars like 40, $50 million a movie. It's fucking crazy. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of like just I went down a rabbit hole of like, movie takings and over the last sort of 30 years with horror movies. It's just crazy. It's the oh my God. I mean, how little money you have to put into a horror movie to get good returns. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a million and one horror movies, which obviously, barely break even, especially during the 80s, when we had that, there was a lot of overkill where I think the whole thing it just became too much. But, the late 90s to like mid 2000s, if you were putting a horror movie out with like, with a decent reputation, you were making good money back on that. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I just don't understand like why they even stopped making some of these franchises. Why they just didn't keep going and going and going. Late 90s kicked off a new boom in horror films for teenagers to enjoy. Kind of sexy Hollywood, cute looking people. Yeah, cute looking people in the 90s. Now we get fucking sea donkeys as main characters. Yeah, good luck trying to find a good looking woman in a horror movie in 2025. Fucking hell, man. Yeah, Serenity Rose getting a sequel. See, I've seen a Serenity Row remake from the 2000s, but I don't remember much about it. I kind of get that mixed up with the Prom Night remake, the Prom Night remake is one of the worst films I've ever seen. That movie, my God, that is fucking hell, that's terrible. Final Destination Bloodlines drops in May or June. Um, that's going to do good money, I think. Yeah, people are definitely crying. People, it's been a lot. It's been long enough. Final Destination dropped in. The last one was like 20, like was it 2010, 2011? I recently watched that Final Destination 5 on Netflix, and you know what? That's a really solid movie. I love the ending of that film, man. Where they throw in the beginning of Final Destination 1. And throughout the entire film, if you're not paying attention, you might not realize that it's actually a movie set in the late 90s, because obviously nobody's got a smartphone, but you don't really notice it. But like the first time I watched that film, which was back in when it came out, it never even occurred to me that nobody was using a smartphone. And when that ending dropped with like the scene on the plane, I was like, oh my god, well done. I didn't see that coming. Um, Really, really well done. I was like, fucking hell, man. That was such a good ending. And yeah, again, like your Final Destination 5, like I say, interesting kills, likable characters, more interested in the fucking monkey, I will say. Like more likable characters and more interesting kills. But hey, what's up, Brian? Um, yeah, a new Urban Legend is on the way as well. I adore Urban Legend, man. I fucking adore that movie so much. It's so 90s. It's just it's one of those movies. It's kind of like a feel good movie. I can fall asleep watching that film. Rebecca Gay. It's so 90s because you've got Joshua Jackson, who was in Scream 2, and he's in Dawson's Creek. You've got Rebecca Gay Hart, who's in Scream 2. You've got fucking, oh my god, the really bad actress from American Pie, Tara Reid. It's just, and you've got like Jared Leto was in My So-Called Life. And this is before he became a big star. It's just the most 90s movie of all time, and I fucking love it. I mean, yeah, I don't expect anything much from the remake, but it is what it is. I'll still go and see it. Um, Trying to remember what I was going to talk about. Okay, let's look at the. We've got Bloody Disgusting have dropped a summer horror preview for 2025. 25 movies to watch. So I thought I'd check that out. So I'm just gonna present that. Uh, Let me just. I think I've cocked this up completely. Let me just give me a minute. I just need to transfer this over. Okay, I think that's it. That is not it, because that is not. Um, Hang on. Present. Stop screen. Hang on. Present. Share screen. Share screen. Share. That's not working. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. Present. Share screen. There we go. That's it. So, yeah, Bloody Disgusting Summer Horror Preview 2025. 34 horror movies. I don't think I'll have the time to watch half of these movies. And like, how many of these are going to be fucking watchable? Like, in terms of like actually decent, I don't know. So let's scroll through this. A Desert May 2nd. So this one's already come out. Photographer Alex Carr, Green Rooms Carlinks. I'm just gonna quickly, because not I'm just going to see what takes my fancy. Clown in a Cornfield. Like, I'm looking forward to this. I am. The young adult slasher novel by author Adam Cesar is planned to make a bloody splash on the big screen in Clown in a Cornfield. See, Eli Craig, who directed Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, directs. I'm not sure I'm down with that. I'm not a. I like Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, but is it going to go down a very comedic route though? Because Clown in the Cornfield is not a comedic. It's not really a comedic sort of novel. So if they go down a more comedic route, it's kind of light-hearted in a way, but not. I don't know. So there's trace for final assassin bloodlines. In death, there are no accidents, no coincidences, no mishaps, no escapes. Death is back in brand new installment in New Line Cinema's bloody successful franchise. Plagued by a violent recurring nightmare, college student Stephanie heads home to track down the one person who might break the cycle. It's going to be more the same, but at the end of the day, that's what we want from that franchise. Oh my god, another Fear Street movie. Fucking hell, man. Like, I forgot about this. Yeah, it's going straight to Netflix. I really like the first Fear Street. I fucking hate the second two. 1978, I thought I didn't like. And I was like, how do you make a bad slasher movie set on a campsite in the 70s? You did it. And then the third Fear Street set in the fucking like 1600s or something, where it was kind of like all woke and shit. It's like, yeah, this is not a realistic portrayal of like a 1600s camp in like rural America. What the fuck is this shit? This she's dressed like Wonder Woman, so is this like meant to be set in the 70s again? I don't know. Why is she dressed like Wonder Woman? Yeah, I don't care. I'll still watch it, but I don't care. A lot of these I really need to look into more, but Predator. Oh my god, Predator! The new Predator movie, man. What the fuck is that Predator look like? It's like, what is that new Predator? Seriously, it's a fucking massive downgrade. I'm not even a massive fan of Prey, to be fair. I know a lot of people like that movie. I thought it was okay, but this new Predator looks a bit shit. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like fucking, if the Predator was taking his fucking, eating his soy, drinking his soy lattes, taking his fucking estrogen. That's what this new Predator looks like. The ritual. Don't know anything about that. Best wishes to all. Don't know anything about that. 20 years later, obviously, this is looking the trailer. I've not watched the second trailer for 20 years later. The first trailer for this movie is the shit, man. It's the fucking shit. And that's why I don't want to watch a second trailer, because the first trailer is so fucking good that I don't want to ruin anything. And apparently this is the first of 28 years later movies, which is like, okay, I'm not sure like what I feel about that, but maybe 2, 3 seems like, I think let's get the first movie out the way. My issue with this is if they've gone for 3 movies, that means this movie now is being made and they've not wrapped anything up. So if this movie doesn't perform, which I think it probably will, then potentially we never get the the outcome of like the whole scenario, the whole saga. But yeah, the first trailer for this movie is the shit, man. It's fantastic. They are making some really random sequels. Yeah. Is anyone interested in seeing? I am, Brian, because I've read the book. But I mean, I could understand if like you haven't read the book, you'd probably be like, "What the fuck's this shit?" Linda Carter does rule. She does. I like Predator 2, Ian. I've not seen Predators with Agent Brody. I've seen the Alien vs Predator movies. They're terrible. The one with Jai Courtney, was it Jai Courtney? Was it The Predator from about like 7 years ago? It was okay. Prey, I wasn't a fan. Adam says here some fun books that can easily be adapted. Yeah. 28 years later, the Bone Seven was already filmed. Okay. 28 years later looks really good. I don't know if the Zombie Burnout will hit the box office. Oh, hi, Sean, by the way. Each film has its own ending, but it will have connectors to each one. Adam's doing novelizations for the new Toxic movie. I did see a mention of that on Bloody Disgusting as well. Predator 2 is fucking. Oh, Gary, thank you for jumping on, man. Predator 2 is a great fucking film, man. I really like Predator 2. I mean, Danny Glover's not Arnie, granted, but you know, they did something different. They moved it to LA, and it could have been a clusterfuck, but it's a fun movie, man. It's a fun early 90s movie. Okay. Megan 2.0. Like, I'm looking forward to Megan. Megan, the Megan from a couple of years ago. Fun movie. I've not seen the unrated version though. I've only seen the the cinema release. So I need to check out, because if the unrated version was apparently went a little bit further. But I really like Megan. It was in terms of AI gone bad. Megan was like fucking way better than Afraid. Way better than Afraid. And I think the reason one of the reasons why it works is because it's just like Megan was such a likable, almost like a likable character, evil as fuck, but like relatable and likable. But yeah, that will do a ton of money, guaranteed. A ton of money. Jurassic World Rebirth, fucking hell, man. I mean, fucking hell, like, where is this in the same universe as the last three movies? Or is this like in a new universe? Like, what is this in the Chris Pratt universe? I know the original three movies are in the same universe as the Chris Pratt universe. What I mean is like, is this going to be like a kind of reboot, or is this kind of going to be like, is this going to acknowledge like the previous three movies? Like, it's such a like convoluted, confusing franchise, Jurassic Park. It really is. And it's kind of, once you've done Jurassic Park, once you've done dinosaurs are real and they're going to eat people, you can't top that. No matter what you do now with a Jurassic Park movie, Jurassic World movie, you can't top that Brachiosaurus scene in 1993, or the T-Rex, the first time you see a T-Rex. You can't top that because it's been done over and over again. So it's just, what the fuck? What is the point? Okay, the point is to make fucking money, which is what they're going to make. But they're not going to make as much money as Jurassic Park in 1993 did. But I don't know. It's like, fucking hell, man. Yeah, I know we did. The Fisherman is back and more brutal than ever, with 5 friends covered up their deadly mistake in his legacy sequel from director Jennifer Caton Robinson. Jennifer Lawrence is back. Freddie Prinze Jr. is back. Yeah, I'm still looking forward to it, but I mean, weapons. Now, this is what I'm looking forward to. Weapons. Saw a trailer the other day. I am fucking hyped for this. They've done a really good marketing campaign where they've just put out this random like 2-hour video of CCTV footage of kids just running out of the houses at 2:00 in the morning. And obviously the setup is like a teacher turns up for school and like all 30 or so classmates are all missing. None of them have come to school, and every other class in the school, they're all there. It's just intriguing. It's the same. I think I'm right in thinking it's the director of Barbarian, and I really like Barbarian. But this trailer is really well done. They've done a really good marketing job with this, and I'm curious. And you know, that's what they should be doing with some of these movies. You know, a movie that is, you know, maybe not on the radar as much as what it should be. Just put out this fucking wacky market campaign. You know, put out a random fucking live stream of 2-hour long live stream and don't explain it away. on your main YouTube channel for a major company, and people are like, "What the fuck's this?" That's what you need to do. It just makes perfect fucking sense that everybody should be doing this. I don't understand why more big companies aren't just putting out like major crazy stuff on their YouTube channels to make people question anything. Um, Megan 2 looks like fun. Yeah, it certainly does. I really like Megan, the first Megan movie. The first time I watched it was when I was tripping balls. um, it takes place like a decade after the last movie. Is this Megan, Dan? Or yeah, Weapons. Yeah, Weapons looks really fun. I mean, obviously it's early days. I can't say anything for what it is, but you know what I mean. It is what it is. Um, gee, I have no idea. Witchboard, is that connected to the? Okay, Nightmare on Elm Street, Dream Warriors, and the Blob director Chuck Russell makes his return to Hollywood. The reimagining of 1986's Witchboard. I don't think I've ever seen Witchboard. Emily, her fiance Christian, and their friends are working toward opening a cafe in New Orleans, French Quarter. But those plans get complicated when Emily discovers an ancient witchboard once used to summon spirits. If I've seen Witchboard, I don't remember. Of course, we've got the Toxic Avenger there. I don't know what they're going for with that. I don't know whether it's gonna be because the Toxic Avenger is kind of like known, but it's not known. If that makes sense, you know, your die-hard horror fans know the Toxic Avenger is, but the mainstream audience are going to be like probably have a vague awareness of it. So I don't know how they're going to kind of like play that to an audience. How are you going to sell that to the normies? Strange Harvest, I don't know anything about, but I like that image, so I'm going to have to look into this. Framed entirely as a grisly true crime documentary, the latest by writer-director Stuart Ortiz, one half of filmmaking duo known as the Vicious Brothers. They did The Grave Encounters. I don't mind that movie. Tracks a grisly serial killer's murder spree across San Bernardino County. That's a mouthful. It's true crime with an airy supernatural twist. They've actually got a review out for it already, by the looks of it. And that basically covers it. I mean, there's other movies in there, but I've not like I haven't got time to be going to everything. Yeah, Weapons also definitely has some positive buzz. I'm really, really looking forward to that, Dan. Yeah, Jurassic Park is a decade after the last, I believe. Okay. Yeah, so they're definitely trying to maybe reboot it in a way. Probably forget about all the previous characters. Probably forget anything that happened in the previous 3 movies and anything happened after probably 1993's Jurassic Park. But it is what it is. Anyway, that was I think I pretty much covered all bases tonight. Didn't want to go on for too long. I do like to kind of keep these streams quite, you know, to the point and fairly short. Nice to get on board for a late night stream. Now, it's been a long time. I did want to mention it's been, you know, obviously get a bit maudlin, but one thing I did I've not been online like live streaming really. I had a chance really to much to mention. It's been a year since Dave's passing, Savage Zombie Reviews. He passed away on April the 1st, 2024, and Dave was a big part of this channel. We used to stream a lot, and Dave is the reason why I don't stream as much now, like late night, because he used to do like late shifts and night shifts, and it suited him and it suited me. But yeah, it felt like it's a good time to do it like a live stream, almost in his honor, really, because he's sorely missed, and Dave was, you know, a massive part of this community, and like he was. I used to call him a YouTube whore because he pop up on everybody's channels. You know, he loved doing these live streams. He loved appearing on everybody's streams, and yeah. So it almost felt like, you know, the right thing to do, and it, you know, 12 months after his death, and this won't be the last. You know, I'll be back again doing another live stream, late night live stream, and I'm going to be live again on Sunday, just at a more regular time. But it just felt like the right thing to do as well, considering it's been like 12 months since Dave's passing. But yeah, Dave was an awesome guy. Yes, thank you, Sean. Thank you, Dan. But everyone who jumped on tonight, thank you very much. And I will see you on the next live stream. But good night. Thank you.